Hi, my name is Lily Greenwell, and I am a traveler, a writer, an academic, and a yoga teacher. And lately, I've gotten a lot of requests to do instructional yoga videos and post them to YouTube. So here's my first shot. It's a breakdown of Surya Namaskara A, or a basic sun salutation. My next videos will be building upon that and gradually getting more and more challenging. But this is accessible to all levels. So I hope you enjoy it. Here it goes. Okay, so the first move of a sun salutation is called Urdhva Hastasana, or upward salute. Okay? And when I teach classes and I see people do this, I see them go like this. No. What the best thing that yoga can do for you is by doing micro alignment and engaging all of your muscles, by hugging them to the bone, and by doing it in the correct form, that's when you get your workout. Even when you're doing something as simple as this. If you do the right things, every time that you go through a sun salutation, then you'll see a huge difference in both your practice and in your physical appearance as a whole. So anyway, you inhale, your arms up overhead, you rotate your pinkies backwards, and you plug your shoulders like you're plugging in a plug into a socket. So like this, not this, like this. You want your arms a little bit behind your ears. Your arms are straight, your fingers are spread, your core is engaged, and your feet are rooted. So if you look at my feet, I'm lifting my toes. I feel sturdy. Legs hugged to the bone, core engaged. Inhale, arms up, rotate and plug. Urdhva Hastasana. The next move in a sun salutation after Urdhva Hastasana is Uttanasana, or forward fold. So from here, you're going to exhale and hinge forward, eventually meeting the floor. Now, if you're not completely comfortable with bending forward all the way to touch your toes, feel free to bend your knees a little bit. For those of us who are more flexible, don't hyperextend. Keep a micro bend in your knee. And then eventually work your way down to having your hands on the floor. And there's a bunch of different variations you can have to pull yourself deeper into this. Like you can yogi grip your big toes and pull yourself down and trying to straighten your legs as you do that. You can also make like a gorilla and stand on your hands. And if you're a beginner and when you try to touch your toes you're like this, there's no shame in that. Just work your way towards the earth. Okay, the next pose seems very simple, but it's the one I see people do incorrectly most of the time, and even I'm guilty of doing that because it's a bit awkward. It's a half forward fold, or Ardha Uttanasana. So remember, inhale up, exhale, fold forward, and then you're going to extend your back so that it's flat and your skull is shooting towards the other side. Now, a lot of people can't actually achieve this, so they press on their shins, and I've even cued that. But you know what? That encourages hyperextension. So actually, press your hands on the outer part of your leg and extend and lengthen. If you're more flexible, you can take teacup or cupcake fingers, or you can even attempt to have your hands flat on the earth as you lengthen. But for most people, it's going to be about right here. Engage your core, straight line, pointing forward. Now we're going to make our way down to the ground, and we're going to do something called a chaturanga. And it looks like a low push-up, but it has everything in yoga is. It's a little bit more complicated than that. So anyway, I'm going to walk you guys through this, giving you two options, a beginner and then a more advanced and more traditional. So from a half forward fold, remember, put your hands on the outside of your shins. You're going to plant your hands on the ground and walk forward so I stay in frame. And you're going to step back into a plank. Your arms are shoulder width apart. You're going to kind of hinge forward using your toes and then sink so that your arms are at a 90-degree angle. Now, plank is not actually a traditional yoga pose. It's great for you, but how how do the original yogis get down into a chaturanga? Well, guess what? It's an even harder workout than stopping in a plank. And I'll demo that for you. This is something to work towards. So from a half forward fold, you're going to plant your hands about a shoulder width apart, and then you're going to bend at your knees and jump back. It takes a lot of practice to get that motion, to kind of hinge forward so that your arms end up at a 90-degree angle and that you stay in the same line that you're supposed to be in. Don't do this, don't do this. You are straight and strong. You're in chaturanga. From chaturanga, you go into up dog and then to down dog. And I'm going to kind of link all of this together in one take. So, ideally, you will be jumping back into chaturanga. Flip your feet. Inhale, keeping a micro bend in your elbows. Shoulders are rolled back and away from your ears, and your chest is puffed forward and looking up towards the sky. Now curl your toes, come back up, and push into a down dog. In a down dog, you want your sits bones pushing back and up as if someone's pulling you. You want your heels reaching towards the earth, and you want your hands firmly rooted and strong. And shake your head, yes, keep your neck relaxed, and engage your core. You're gonna hold your down dog for 5 breaths, and then once you're done with that, you're gonna look in between your hands, walk, step, or jump back into a half forward fold. Inhaling, exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, rotate, plug. Exhale, hands to heart center. I'll do the whole thing for you, all linked together, and practice it.
Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head up in the sky.